Hello and welcome to week 3 of Micro Strategies to Fetch More Clients Animal Therapist Edition. The idea is over these next 12 weeks, you're going to take these micro strategies and take action on them week on week and become the go-to local expert in your town. So this week we are talking about local newsletters and papers. So show up in print without writing a novel. Being a bestseller is really helpful for expert status. However, there's a lot of time, energy, effort and expense that goes into that. But you do have a strategy that is local to you, that is relatively low cost or free, that I have proven time and time again that really makes a big difference. Now, the purpose of building on each and every strategy is that it exposes you to different people in your area, and actually local newsletters or papers are the most effective way to reaching the older demographic in your local area. We want to become the local expert in our 5 to 10 mile radius. And why are newsletters and papers so great? Why do they work? Even in 2025. So they're a trusted source in the local community. I'm from a village, it's called Overton, and when the news and views comes through the door, you read it because you might hear a story about someone you actually know. It's seen as news, not marketing. Most people will trust what their local newspaper or newsletter will say versus what they read on Facebook, for example. Plus, people that are reading this newsletter are going to be your local people. They're going to be within the 5 to 10 mile radius that are going to be willing and able to travel to your animal therapy clinic to get your services. Plus, it's been proven that physical print stays within people's environments significantly longer than what an email will in their email inbox. I don't know if it's the same for you, but I get about 50 emails a day. So it's not going to be relevant to me. And in fact, I even have a team member that sifts my inbox and prioritizes the top 3 that I need to actually see each day. So, however, when you have a physical newsletter within someone's environment, it's another physical cue to go, oh, like this is important. I want to read that later. And it might have your logo on it. It might have your face on it. And again, this is just another way to make you stand out. With the investment, typically they are very similar to the radio people. They want to fill the space. So if you can provide them with a story that is local, relevant, and heartwarming, they will often take that story without you having to pay for them to take it. However, should you have to pay for it, the studies over my decade of supporting small independent businesses is if we were to track the clients that came in from that news story with a little nudge to book in, those clients that come through, the return on investment is more like 10 to 1 return on investment. So in regards to actually, if you do have to spend money, it's definitely worthwhile just because of that local factor, that staying in the environment factor. It also makes you more credible. The fact that you are being featured in the local paper, it makes the cost worthwhile. So we're going to do this in a 3-step methodology. You know, these micro strategies are fast and to the point. So step 1 is find your angle. If there is a local event happening, that's a great one too. But these are the top 3 that we see mostly get the best results for you guys. It might be that you've launched a new service, you are now K-Laser qualified, and you're going to introduce this as part of your clinic. It might be that you've moved to a new premise or treatment room. And if you have, make sure you're using Fetch More Clients to do a full 6-week campaign and do an open day because, yeah, this is the best time to really, really make an impact in your local area. Or you've just had amazing results with a local dog and you've asked their permission and they are happy for you to share the results that the dog's had. And again, it's a local dog. People have probably seen it walking around. They probably know the owner's name and face. So you do great work. Let's make sure that more people know about it. And here's an example, like headline, local dog gets back on all 4s after specialist therapy in Overton, Basingstoke, wherever you are in the world. Right. Step 2, write the press release. You're not just going to reach out to them and go like, oh, do you want a story? No, you're going to write the story for them. Make this as easy for them as possible to get seen and get shown up. You know, you could actually send this today and be in the newsletter next week. They'll be like, yes, just found a third of a page I needed to fill. So when writing a short press release, it's made up of 5 different items. 1 is the headline, so that it's a news story, not an ad. So again, make it headline, grabby, worthy, that will create intrigue. Step 2 is the story. What happened? Who did it happen to? What's the dog's name? Give some context and the background behind the story, how this dog got better under your care. Point number 3 is the takeaway and the lesson. What can an owner that's listening to the story take away? Like, why is this important? Why does it matter? And it could be as simple as checking dogs' pads for grass seeds after every walk. It could be, you know, why making sure that they get a great drink after a walk is important to them. There's, no matter what the story is, there are going to be takeaways and lessons that's important to the person that's reading. And it's called like, what's in it for me? Like, why should I, oh, this is a nice story. It feels great. But is there something that I can take away from this? It could be even a motivational story, you know, talking about grit and endurance and not giving up on an animal when it's down, you know. There needs to be some type of, takeaway and lesson. Then we'd love a quote. So either from you, and this would be something as effective as, it was just such a pleasure to work with Mr. Jones and Fido and to see him moving happily and freely. But even better, if you can get a quote from the owner to say what an amazing job you did, that's edification and proves what you do is newsworthy. And then the most important point, highlight it, number 5, this is often what I see, is people forget to do the call to action. Like, if you're going to do a story, then this is really subtle. This isn't an advert. This is a real, like, push and nudge in a friendly, nice direction. It's like, if you know of any animals that may need similar services, here's my number, here's a website, here's the booking form, here's the inquiry form, whatever it is. But always, always, always make sure that you put in a call to action so that people know how to find you, and make it as easy, again, for them to move forwards towards you as possible. You might even add a QR code, scan this to book in a free consultation. Yeah, make it as easy as possible for them. And final step is step 3. Who are you actually going to send this story to that you've created? Oh, and on this, if you get stuck with blank piece of paper syndrome, as I call it, lean on AI. AI is in our world. Let's use it for good. And, you know, tell them the story and say, help me design a news press story around this. And then edit it, because it will be awful, whatever they write. Make it short. Edit it to make it sound exactly like you. So who are we going to send it to? So we know that people travel 5 to 10 miles to a therapist in and around their local area. So what newsletters, newspapers are actually going to get delivered to houses or in shops within that 5 to 10 mile radius? Yes, it might feel really cool for your ego to be on like BBC News. You know, I'm thinking about radio again from last week's, but yeah, it might be really cool to be in the Daily Mail. And yes, that is a strategy in and of itself as well. And reach for the stars, like, absolutely. If you want to get your name in those major publications, then go for it. However, these micro strategies are about you becoming a local go-to expert. So go local. Plus, they're going to be the free ones and cheap ones. So search the actual newspaper online. You might be able to find the name of who you want to connect with. Again, you could search LinkedIn for their name. It might be on a community page for your local area. You can even do a post on the local community. Actually, this is a strategy on itself. Oh, here's a freebie for you. Comment on your local ours is like Free in Whitchurch and Overton page, and be like, hey, I'm trying to get in contact with the person that writes, you know, the Andover Advertiser, might be in my scenario, in my area. Does anyone know who this is? And again, what are we doing? We're putting more eyes on us and our business. I've got a great story about a dog I need to share. and people are going to be intrigued, they want to know more. Oof. You're welcome for that extra one. That just flowed freely out of me for you. Yeah, so find the actual name of who you want to connect with, or like the support desk. It's normally like mail at, info at. It'd be great if you knew the exact name of who you're going to reach out to, because it's more likely to actually show up and get to them. And if you have their direct email, then even better. But if not, just still reach out. And we're going to add a friendly and short email. And in true LHAC MicroStrategy style, here is an example short email that you can steal and use. Subject: local dog makes full recovery thanks to your name or business name. Hi, Jenny, I'm Bob, a local canine physio based in Edinburgh. I thought this story might interest your readers. It's about a local dog who made a full recovery with therapy. I've attached the full story below. Let me know if you'd like photos or a quick quote. So then you're actually going to attach the written story for them. And top tip, just attach photos anyway. Even though you've said, let me know if you'd like photos. Again, the photos add to the story. Eye-catching friendly photos with a happy dog, or you smiling next to a happy owner. People trust faces. They want to see the faces. They want to see who's behind the whole story. And the fact that there's these attachments that's on this email is, again, just going to make it more important to them when they see it in their inbox. So there's your MicroStrategy week 3, how to get into your local newsletter or paper. I really hope that you take these strategies and go and rock it. Please let me know if you do. And if you're loving these MicroStrategies, I've got a gift for you. If you want to grab a copy of Fetch More Clients, I will personally send it to you. I've got some really pretty purple envelopes under here just for you. I will also sign it for you. But all these MicroStrategies that I'm giving you work really well when you put them together as part of a 6-week campaign to really get visibility of you and your service in your local area. I know you're amazing. Let's help you market yourself so that you are known and are the go-to local expert in your area. I'm Elizabeth Hack. It's always a pleasure, and thank you for your service to dogs.